Stahl and Külbel, de Flatulentia, Episode 1. This is the title page of the text that we will be using for this series, Disputatio Medica Inauguralis de Flatulentia, an inaugural medical disputation, or lecture, de Flatulentia, which, and then these are the names of the professors who are overseeing this particular inaugural medical lecture, namely Dominus Philip Wilhelm, Dominus George Stahl, and then their titles, Pro Licentia. This was given Pro Licentia by Johannes Adamus Külbel. That is, he gave this inaugural lecture in order to earn his license to practice medicine, and this was published in 1708. While some may suspect that our expert editorial board chose this title because of its alleged humorous content, the sophisticated and erudite viewers of LatinPerDiem will understand that this is a serious medical lecture on a serious topic. Furthermore, they will see that Latin was the primary medium for the discussion and dissemination of scientific, technological, and medical knowledge right up into the 18th and even 19th centuries, and therefore they will refrain from giggles and schoolyard hijinks. Proi oimium. Si usquam ullum est studium, in quo causardrum verdardrum justa notitia, ita distinguenda est, avago et inutili, scrutandi et aliena quaelibet, affectandi, studio, certe medica pathologia hoc esse debet, quae non circa nudam otiosam scientiam, quae proprie nihil dat, nihil adimet, sed solum agitatur, ne nihil agatur occupata esse debet. Prooimium, or introduction. This is a word that was borrowed from Greek very early in the history of Latin literature. He begins with, si, if ever, si usquam, there is any study, any area of scientific pursuit, if there ever is any study in which, in quo, the causardrum verdardrum justa notitia, the appropriate or proper knowledge, notitia, of true causes, and then notitia is the subject of est, which is modified both by justa and by this gerundive distinguenda. This gerundive distinguenda is from the third conjugation verb distinguo, distinguere, which means to separate out. So if there is any study in which the proper knowledge of true causes must be separated out in such a way, remembering, of course, that the gerundive with est denotes obligation or necessity, must be separated from a vago et inutili studio, that is, from a nebulous and useless, or nebulous and pointless studio, that is the ablative studio with this preposition a, and then we have between them, within this long prepositional phrase, two gerunds, scrutandi and affectandi. Scrutandi is a gerund from the first conjugation, deponent verb scrutor, scrutari, which means to search through, and affectandi is from affecto, affectare, which means to approach. So, distinguishing the true knowledge, the proper knowledge, of true causes from the vago et inutili, that is, from the nebulous and pointless pursuit, studio, of researching, scrutandi, and of approaching, affectandi, or dealing with other things whatsoever, then certainly or surely, certe, medica pathologia hoc esse debet, medical pathology ought to be that one. To review then, if ever there is any study, it ought to be this one, namely the study of medical pathology, the causes of diseases, and so forth. This then, quae, referring to the medica pathologia, this medical pathology, not circa nudam otiosam scientiam, not dealing with or concerned with some sort of mere leisurely sort of knowledge, that is, the kind of knowledge quae, the kind of knowledge which propria nihil dat, properly contributes nothing, or really contributes nothing to human knowledge, nor does it take anything away from human knowledge, but it only flits about or is concerned with trivialities, lest nothing be accomplished in a nihil agatur, This knowledge, this medica pathologia, ought to be occupata, ought to be concerned with the following. Of course, the following will come in the next episode, but we can see here the basic structure. Quae is the subject of debet. This medical pathology ought to be dealing with the following, and the purpose is ne nihil agatur, lest nothing get accomplished. And that is a description of this kind of knowledge, the kind that deals with nudam otiosam scientiam.